Kia ora everyone, welcome back to the channel. So, a strange thing happened yesterday. Have you ever had one of those days where there was just nothing? No work, no housework, no errands, no urgent tasks that required your attention? Definitely like things that you probably could be doing, but nothing that was critical. Yeah, it's pretty rare for me too. But somehow yesterday, Saturday, completely free. I had no work, no urgent tasks, no urgent housework, and just a day that I didn't have to do anything. And that's pretty rare. So I thought it would be a really fun challenge to attempt to lock myself in my art room, this room here, for 12 hours and just see how much colouring I could get done. Now, I did this with a couple of caveats in mind. One, I have an autoimmune condition that means that my body attacks itself. And so I get swollen, I get painful, and I need to move to stop that happening sometimes. So I knew I couldn't literally sit at the desk for 12 hours and colour. I also knew my hands wouldn't necessarily go too well. So, I knew I'd need to have some breaks in there. I also needed to go to the bathroom. I do have a fridge in here, but I still needed to pop out to make food, and I did get asked to go and buy some dinner for my mum and me, so I had to go and collect dinner as well. So it's locking myself in the room for 12 hours, but I think I ended up taking about 2 hours of breaks in there in total. I can't remember. You'll see as the video progresses. I'm still editing it. But yeah, other than that, I had a day of just locking myself in the art room and seeing how much colouring I could get done. And put your guesses down below how much you think I could get done in a day. Knowing that it's me, knowing how much I can colour. I had a really good time filming this though. So I thought it would be a cool thing to film for you guys and just see how much we could get done on this day, and just put that challenge out there of how much colouring can I do when I spend 12 hours dedicated to colouring. 12 hours with a little asterisk, because of course self-care breaks. So yeah, I am obviously in the future recording this intro because technical difficulties meant that the intro did not work out previously, and there are moments where some of my time-lapse footage didn't record, or Amy forgot to press record. So we'll do our best with the footage we have, but I think it's a fun video and it was a successful day, I will say that much. But yeah, let's go back to past Amy and get on with this video. So, what am I going to be working on during these 12 hours of hopefully productivity? Wow, this is my whip list here. This is everything that is currently in progress. Now, I'm not expecting to get to everything on this list. I'm not even pulling out everything as a potential on this list. But this is currently everything I have in progress. So I would like to knock out a lot of these, particularly the ones sort of towards the start. But we'll see how we go. I also may get inspired to work on something else. We're gonna go with the flow. So there is Naoko Neko Halloween kits. This one has a lot of work. I would love to just finish basing it. If I could at least get all the Inktense base and the colours sorted, I think that would be a really good start. So I don't know if I'm going to get that one finished this month. Romantasy by Anna Yarden. This is a new book, and of course I had to go for a Bat Boy. This has just been based with water-based markers, so this one needs entirely the pencils done on it, but I do love the colour scheme, and because the colours are done, that one's quite brainless in a way. These are probably the ones I'm going to start off with because these will be easy wins. So these are by Camellia and Jacoba. We have the Ghostly Cute miniatures. So I have what I'm calling my Dino Shark. So yeah, that one, again, just needs pencils. It's all been based with alcohol markers. And then the 50 monster themed miniatures. I have page 1 and page 2 that have all been based with alcohol markers, so they just need pencil work. So again, these are quick because the colors are chosen, and it's just go in, do some simple shading, some simple highlights, add in some glitters. And then the zodiac themed miniatures, I have got 4 in here. So I've got last month's Virgo and this month's Libra. Producers, Mini Mania, not Mini Mania, but this book. Jess from Colouring Bumblebee has a hashtag. My brain's already not working. This is a good sign. So we have Chibi Snake and then Chibi Horse. So again, they've all been based with an alcohol marker. They all need some pencil shading, a bit of glitter, and then I also have been using super golden markers on them so far. I've only got 2 done in here to completion, but I would like to try and keep it harmonious, and I do like the super golden marker borders. So yeah, so that'll probably be what I start with because those will be easy wins. I have some in Mini Mania. So Mini Mania Volume 5. I've just done like a granulating watercolors with a bit of shimmery watercolor as well background. This was experimenting with the second set of Ganzai Tambi granulating watercolors. I know a lot of us have issues with that set in terms of making them granulate. Mix the colors. That's how I achieve it. That's what happens if you granulate it. Just mix the colors, and it works fabulously. So the individual colors on their own don't granulate that well, but if you mix the colors, it's great. But maybe just don't mix the colors on Amazon paper, because this is Mini Mania Volume 2, and I was facing this page, and as you can see, the whole thing just came out of the book. So I not only have that page, but then it's bled through to this page. So I also cleaned up the basing on this page. So I have 2 in Mini Mania to base and to finish, and one of them is here. But yeah, that's okay. I love Mini Mania, so be nice to get to those. I have Alien Worlds by Kirby Roseanne's. And I have this page here, this cyberpunk page. I love how this one's progressing. So this would be a really nice one to get finished off too, because it's been a whip for a while now. Oh gosh, what else do I have around me? I have this Cat's General Store page. This one's just been done in Inktense, so it'll be dependent if I'm in the mood for Inktense. Like if I want to break from regular pencils, I might switch to this one. If I'm doing the Naoko Neko one, this one might come out too. They're both Inktense. This is Fantastic Worlds by Alexander Fusi. I have this big double page spread. I keep going in at an angle. I'm sorry, my coffee cup is the problem. But yeah, I do like how this is progressing. Again, this is just based. I haven't done anything of the creature, but it might be nice to come in here and sort out these flowers. Although I know me, I'm going to get very sick of the flowers very quickly. I am quite happy with the background so far. I don't know if I'll do anything more in the background. Not until I've at least done the foreground. I may add in some more gold splatter once we get more done on the page, but there's that one. And then the last one that I have is Joanna Basford's 30 Days of Creativity, which is actually something I've really been wanting to do, is a bit more collage work. This is my book that it's a bit of a personal project where instead of colouring the pages traditionally, I use scrapbooking technique and art journaling technique to create different style pages. And I still colour in elements, I just also apply different techniques. So I have an idea for both the candy store, and I have technically started on this motif page. You can see here again, while I was doing some other basing, I have also done a couple of these. I have repeated the pattern because I'm planning to put them both on each side. I might cut out the middle and then put through like I'm going to see if I have maybe some frogs or something, and then I do want to go into here and also colour in some of the pattern. I'm not 100% sure yet. There are a couple of those that I can play around with. I also have a couple of this side that I've played around with inks on, so yeah, it's just a starting point. Yeah, so that's not everything on the list, but that's enough of a list. So yeah, so I still have my breakfast that I'll keep slowly nibbling on. Gotta love a yogurt bowl. And I have my coffee, I have my energy drinks, I have my water, and this explanation has taken us to 9:02. So let's get started with Camellia and Jacova. Let's get an easy win under the belt. And let's start with the Ghostly Cute miniatures, because that's a single one in the book. So it's one page, nice and easy. I will pull up my audiobook because I also have quite a few audiobooks that I'm partway through that I want to get more done of. So, first audiobook we're trying to finish is Iron Flame by Rebecca Yardos. I have 14 hours left on it, but I do listen on double speed, so that should take us most of today to finish that one. But yeah, I'll put you guys probably on a bit of a time lapse and show you little bits along the way and come back to you shortly. It is just been over an hour and we've got our first page done. So, first one knocked out. This is why I thought I'd start with these ones, because they're nice and easy. So we'll put that to the side. And then find our list. Cross off that one. If this pen wants to work. Nope. Cool. You're going in the bin. That one works. Okay. I think I might do the monster themed ones now. There's two in here, which is going to present a slight challenge if I choose to glitter things, but I do have a hairdryer, so I can blast it with a hairdryer if need be. I think I forgot to press record and do any time-lapse stuff, so yeah, I might try and make sure I do some this time. 2 hours in. Second page is done, dry. So we'll flip to the next one. .27, and the next page is done. Bit worried there that we're going to have some bleed through, and this was the closest thing to grab, and I was right to do that. Should be dry though. Yeah. Okay, cool. So I'll move that one to the side. To the pile. The pile is growing, such as the pile of pins on my desk. So we can cross off these two. So we've got them 3 done now, which is pretty good. Debating if I want to finish off the last Sodi, Camellia Angelica, or move on to something else now. I think I might start on this anyway, even if I don't finish all of them. Might at least try and get for a couple of these before we stop for a lunch break. It is 12:30. I have finished the next 2 in here. So I've done the Virgo and the Libra. I still have the Chinese Zodiac chibi ones to do. But I need to take a bathroom break. I need to refresh all my drinks. I just want to clean up a little bit in here, unless I'm carrying on with this one. But either way, I think I'm going to stop, take a little stretch break. I might organise my lunch and maybe also organise the snack platter for later on. 1:12. I've eaten most of my lunch. I'll still pick it up a little bit. I tend to be a bit of a slow eater, so that's fine. We'll come back to that. So I've been sitting here relaxing. I just watched a couple of YouTube videos and stuff like that. And now I should technically carry on with these. It would be the easiest because the pens and like a bunch of colours are on the desk. I'm not going to though, because while I was sitting here, I was trying to figure out if that's what I felt like colouring, and I was like, nah, I'm kind of done Camellia for a moment, so I might do some more of the Camellia. I might do the last 2 Camellia Angelica pages in a little bit. I'm just packing up some bits while I'm here. So get rid of those, even though we'll probably pull those pins up in a moment. But yeah, while I was sitting here eating my lunch and going, okay, if you're not colouring that, then what do you want to colour? And I decided that I think I would like to do this one in Mini Mania Volume 5. Yeah, I've got an idea in mind for this, and I'll probably pull out a bunch of sparkle pens again for it, but yeah, I think we're going to start with this one for the next lot. think I'm just about done with this one. I'm just trying to find a glittery paintbrush. You'll do. Because I think I just want to do just a little splatter on top. This might not actually be the best paintbrush for it, but we'll make it work. Yeah, not the best paintbrush for it. I need to grab another one. Let's try a softer one. Yeah. That gives us some finer splots. Anyway, I like splatter. I don't know, getting messy on top. Alright, so it needs quite a bit to dry because I ended up putting a bunch of stickles on there, and I mean a literal bunch. It's like almost 3D. But yeah, I'm happy with that one. It is now, what is it? 2:52. So 3 o'clock. Where I think it makes it halfway, isn't it? Yeah, it's halfway. It's pretty good. Need to wait to dry. We can grab our pen, which always seems to move. We can cross off Animania Volume 5. And that one was a new book, so that's exciting. Alright, I'm gonna seal this up, clean up the spots of paint on my desk, maybe, if I can find some tissues. Yeah. My hands are a bit sore now, so I might take a break from that and go back to the easy ones, and put away a ton of Pablos, I guess. I don't really use the Pablos for, yeah, because I was using the polys and they're still there. So yeah, I'll put away all the Pablos and then carry on maybe with some chibi ones, see if we can get a couple more done. I was going to keep hair drying this, but it's reactivating underneath because underneath's not quite dry yet. So yeah, we won't be doing that. We're just going to leave it to air dry and do its thing. And I'll just make sure whatever I put in here leaves a little bit of room between the two layers. I have no idea where my bookmark went flying to, but that's okay. It is exactly 4:30. Yeah, we're doing pretty well. 2 more done. It's all the easy ones knocked out. But, you know, I'm feeling pleased to have at least gotten those all done, and that catches me up as well with the last 2 months of Jess's hashtag. I'm still got a lot to catch up on, but hey, you know, they obviously need drying time, especially this one. This is like, the glow is mostly dry, but it is still a bit tacky, so I just need to make sure, probably chuck like that in there just to keep it a bit separated while it finishes drying. But we got that done, so yeah, my hands are definitely starting to feel things. I've also finished off my afternoon tea. I had my snack plate ready to go, so just like cucumber and eggs and cheese and carrots and pickles, and really just like a charcuterie style platter. I did also grab myself an apple, and I haven't got into that yet, so that's fine. So yeah, that's another 2 done. So that is actually 8 pages completed so far, which is pretty darn good. I think what I might do now is I might do a little bit of work on Alien Worlds. I probably won't finish it because there's quite a bit to go on that, but I might see if I can get a bit more done. It's using Prismacolors, so it's a bit softer on my hands, and I feel like that would be quite a good little break for my hands right now. 6:25. Back with dinner, which has been delivered to Mum, and I've got my own. I'll have eventually. I'm not feeling overly hungry yet because I had late afternoon tea, but I do have some sushi for later on, which hopefully the cat doesn't interpret as his dinner because he's hanging around to try and get some cuddles. As you can see, he's been feeling very lonely today because he hasn't had as much attention because we've been busy colouring. Yeah, I'm in two minds. I am starting to feel very tired and feeling the effects of colouring for so long. But I might try and do a little bit more on this. See how we go. Yeah, I don't know what I would switch to. But there's enough there that I could switch to anything, but my brain is also starting to go a bit blue, which happens. Oh, but yeah, I think we'll do a little bit more on this and then maybe switch to something else. Maybe I'll find the groove like I did with the feet once I figured out how I was going to approach it. But to do this, we're going to have to get Shadow off the desk. Okay, so I've made a little bit more progress, but I'm going to take a break from this one here because it's, yeah, I find with this one I can't work on it for too long because I have to think so much to try and figure out this lighting and the shadows, but I do like how it's progressing. It's not entirely accurate, like I still need to, I think, darken the center of this to create it a more 3D effect, but it might also work once I have the whole lot covered. Like this white is still throwing off a lot of things. So yeah, but I have to stop after a while and have a break from it. So we're gonna do that, and instead I'm gonna switch to something cute, and I'm gonna switch to Mini Mania, and the page that I originally wanted to do, which is one that goes here, this cute little page, instead of the page that I accidentally based because when this ripped out by accident, it all fell off. Basically what happened was I saturated the page so much that I was just like running the ink around like this and it was pooling, so just moving the color around, it got slightly creased. So I went to very carefully try and like flatten the page back out on the protection sheet, which is actually a piece of plastic, which I think was part of the problem. But as I went to flatten it, it just popped straight out. So yeah, it's not ideal, but that's okay. It happens often with Amazon books. The paper just doesn't like the basing with the watercolors, and I'm not exactly delicate. But on the plus side, I get to take the whole thing out of the book now, so it'll be easier to colour. And I still haven't put away any of the pencils that I said I would, so it makes it a bit easier. I think I'm going to work with MacLeod for this one. Maybe some Prismas, maybe some polys. I don't know. We'll just kind of play it by ear. But I thought I want to colour some cute bunnies. So yeah, it is 7:19, 7:20 almost. Gonna carry on with the audiobook, which is very close to being finished, 2 hours away, so I'm double speed or 1.75 speed. We've got just over an hour left to go on it. And yeah, see where we go on this one. And as I finish this one, we've hit 9 o'clock. I finished my audiobook, so I've moved on to a new audiobook, Powerless by Lauren Roberts. This is one that I also started previously, so yeah, it was good timing. Oh, I'm gonna need to find the next one in the Iron Flame section. Iron Flame series. It was good. But yeah, we're now hit 9 o'clock. And I think I'm gonna consider this piece done. Like, I'm pretty pleased with how it's turned out. I think it's really cute. I love using Caran d'Ache Pablos on Amazon paper. I don't know why, it just seems to work really well. It's like that good combination of creepy prismas but with a bit more body, like a polychromos. But yeah, I like how that one came together. So that means, if I can find where anything is around here, we get to take our list and we get to cross off that one and mark another page, which puts us at 9 pages for the day, which I reckon is a pretty reasonable amount, you know? Like, I'm pretty pleased with that effort. So yeah, that is how locking myself in the art room for 12 hours went. I feel like it was an incredibly productive day, and I hope you've enjoyed seeing my completed pages that I did manage to finish on the day, the progress that I made on the existing whip, and just the general productivity when I hunker down and also really enjoy an audiobook. I really need to get the third one, but it's not available in my library app. It's an audiobook. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. So yeah, I might try to do this again if the miraculous situation ever occurs where I have nothing on and nothing planned and nothing I have to do, which, yeah, that doesn't happen very often. But I hope you enjoyed it, and maybe, you know, I know a 12-hour shift in an art room is a bit hard to wrangle for most of us, but you know, if you can block out a couple of hours and hunker down, you can get a bit done. Hopefully this helps you with whatever you're facing this week in terms of your colouring to get some pages done. I hope you've enjoyed. I've loved spending the day with you all, even though I'm filming this the next day I did spend yesterday. I enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know down below if you want to see another one of these, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Bye!